made it another week. Congratulations. You earned the booby prize. You see the mountains in the background. Right back there. Neighbors, lemon trees. I'm jealous. But Bear is out. He's enjoying the nice weather in the morning, all the smells. Can you say something to the community? You're a pretty doggy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay, he didn't want to be filmed anymore. It is the 22nd of March. Sorry. 21st of March, I believe. Well, it's the 20th or the 21st. But anyway, showing you how the garden's progressing so far. The temperatures, we got up to 103 yesterday. That's Fahrenheit. Thank goodness it's not Celsius. But that's hot. And it's only the middle of March. Come on, guys. But the mornings are still cool. We're down in the 60s in the morning, so there's almost a 40-degree difference, which is really unique, because usually it's just a 30-degree difference, when the sun goes down and things cool off. But we'll be in the low hundreds for a few days, and we'll dip down to freezing, which is about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And it'll go back up again, go back down again, so it's kind of fluctuating a little bit. But anyway, enough chatty chat. Here's our marigolds. They're doing really beautifully. Gonna zoom in. I'm filming this from my Samsung camera. It's getting water. It really shouldn't just be leaking there. That could be the reason why I don't get much. Although the water is getting up in here. What I did was I planted it down deeper, so that you have it, the water, the gravity bringing it to the very end. When the hoses were going upwards, a lot of times the water was really concentrating down here, but not here. So if that happens to you, do what I did here and sink it down lower in the ground. And it's okay to put it under the ground. A lot of times people would prefer it, because all your water will stay in the ground and not just evaporate, when the sun comes out. But there's the green beans, there's our peppers. These are the orange bell peppers, and these are some more green ones. They're looking really healthy. I'll be right back. What I'm going to be doing, because I'm going to be away from the garden for about 4 or 5 days coming up here in April, and I'm concerned about what the weather is going to be like, whether the water will be retained in the soil. So when that happens, it's kind of like what I did here with the tomatoes. You see all the mulch that we have? That's organic straw or hay. Now you want to make sure that when you buy it for gardening, because a lot of times if you go to like a feed store and you buy some hay there, it's going to have a lot of the hay seed in it, and you're going to be getting growth of hay and straw, and you don't want that. What I do is you can go to Amazon and order organic garden straw. We bought a 4-pound box one time, and because I have a larger raised bed garden, I tend to go for the bigger box. This is a 10-pound. Actually, here it is. It's 5-pound, 10-pound, and 25-pound. This is a 10-pound box. And it's safe for children and pets. It's called www.bluemountainhay.com that you can order it for. It's for gardens, flower beds, new lawn seeding, and composting. And here's what it looks like. A box of the straw. And you don't see any seed in it. You just see the stem portion of the hay. Sometimes you will see these little seed things here, but they've been treated, so they're not going to grow anything. What you'll do is you'll just take a handful of your straw and you'll go into your bed and you're just going to put straw around it. Now, I might do a little bit more coverage in there. Let me do it. Let me pause this and I'll be right back. Okay, it's going to look something like that. Got a nice healthy dose of the straw. Oh, and it makes a mess. But that will go away. It'll get blown around. I'll try to rake it up. I have artificial turf in the backyard, and makes it hard to rake. But we'll give it a go later. But that's what that looks like. Now the beans, I'm going to wait for them to grow a little bit taller. So it's March 20th. I'm not going to be having those 4 or 5 days off until April, end of April. So we've got another month. I thought I'd let the beans grow a little bit taller, and like maybe in this area for sure, it'll get some straw later, just to help keep that moisture where the plants need it in the soil. Okay. So that's the straw. I will link this in my description so you can click on the link and it'll take you directly to purchase this product. Now, I'm not an affiliate with Amazon. I'm just providing you the link so it's quicker to get there and purchase your whatever you want. That again will be in the description of this video. Now our eggplant. I just notice this. Ouch. We got an eggplant. And you got to be careful. I just put my hand up here to show it to you, and I don't know if you can see it. Do you see that thorn there? Let's see if we can get a better angle. Right there. Do you see that black pointy outy thing? Those hurt. The plant's going, nobody's going after my fruit. Here's another look at the flower. I love the flowers on this plant. The purple flowers. Really beautiful. But we have a lot more flowers. This one looks like it's pregnant. Woo woo! Congratulations! Look at our cherry tomato. Compare it to my arm. It's all the way to my elbow. It has taken off, and I'm so looking forward to the cherry tomatoes that are produced. Supposedly they're sweeter, because sometimes you'll go to the store, you'll get a cherry tomato and you'll bite into it, and it's kind of bitter tasting. But this variety is said to be sweeter. They're called Super Sweet 100s. And they are recommended for our Zone 9 planting area. And they really get a good protection between the eggplant. And these guys are big beef tomatoes. I tend to like to go after the beefsteak variety. That thing's about as tall as my leg is now, which is amazing. If you go back and you look at my earlier videos of how small they were, it's pretty amazing. One thing that I like to do is, after a little while of growth, I like to come in and put my hand in here and kind of pull back. I don't know. Take my hand and pull back and make sure that these guys are staying within the cage boundary. And do that often, because if you don't, and you're wanting to tuck them in later, your stems are going to be so brittle that it's going to be hard to do that. See down here, these limbs are growing out, which is fine, but they're young enough that I can pull them back into the cage a little bit. And you want to do this so you're training them to stay within the cage, because these guys are vines. And if you let them grow, they'd vine out on the ground. And they can get up to 6, 7, maybe sometimes 8 feet. That might be a little bit of exaggeration. I'd say mainly about definitely 4 or 5 feet. Because when I grow these go all the way to the top. And sometimes they'll actually go back behind and go over into another area. They get so big. But yeah. Now imagine we started growing these in the 1st of March. And it's already... Now, we didn't grow these from seed. We transplanted them from the store. So they already had a little bit of growth on them. But yeah, in the desert, you want to get a jump start on your growth, because harvest time is very short. So make sure you look at how long does it take to harvest. Make sure you look at, does it require full sun or not? And right now we've got a lot of water that is concentrating the growth for the plant. And what I need to do, I've got an actual stake that can go into the ground, and I'll take the water from the main line into it. There's going to be a timer, because what I want to do is I want to regulate when these start to produce fruit. I want to regulate how often we water them, because if you keep blasting them with water and you don't, say like every other day you get a drink type of thing, when the fruit grows, the water tries to go into absorb into the fruit, and the water tries to go into the fruit and be stored there faster than the fruit can grow. And then that's when you start to get tomatoes that split on the top. And I have a big problem with that. It's because I overwater the plants, especially, when the fruit come out. So we're going to try something different, regulate the water better. So stay tuned for more on that. Look at our zucchini. Remember them? They were just like little tiny things that I got from a pot. Bought them at Lowe's, the Bonnie variety. And they love it. And I always grow my zucchini in this bed, and they always do fantastic. Now, my earlier videos, you saw that when I was planting these, I used the crushed eggshell. Crush it really good, almost to a fine powder. Put that in the hole first, sprinkled liberally, and then put your plant in there. That helps prevent end rot, and I talk about that in the description of one of my earlier videos for this year, like 2 or 3. It's actually the planting video. So if you go look in this playlist, it will be video number 2, the planting day video. But the marigolds are doing really good here. And it's all because they're getting good watering from the hose. And I have this stretched all the way over here to back here. So they're getting enough. There's Mr. Sun. There's your other son. Our peppers. These are red because I've left them on. Normally, they're going to be green like that. And actually, they tend sometimes to get longer than being stubby like this. I don't know that... Oh, back here. They actually get longer sometimes than that. But these are little... These will fill out more. But I've got 2 jalapeno plants. That's all you need. Unless you're doing salsa or you have a Mexican cuisine restaurant, you need more. Here's your flower form. Jalapeno flower. Here's where we're trying to grow the beets. We've got some growing there. Here's a big pile starting to come in there. We got one little lonely guy. Marigolds, I don't have constant water going to them. I'm spraying this right now. And that's my fault because I haven't put any soaker hoses in here. So they're only getting the water that I put on them. Swiss chard needs to be cut back. This is from several plants. Mom just dug a row and she just sprinkled it in. And now this is shocking me. Okay, we have problems back here with getting water. This is just from me spraying. So they're not getting consistent watering. But here is the cauliflower. See how that's looking in the middle? And it's doing pretty darn decent. Kind of wondering how they're usually a cold winter crop. So you would do it in the fall time crop. But Lowe's had them on sale, or had them out. Here's the broccoli. Look at that. That's cute. The water droplets. This guy, I don't even know why I keep him there, but it looks like we're getting a little bit of growth poking out. So maybe, just maybe, I'm not going to give up on you, guy. You go for it. Be like your brothers and sisters. And then more marigolds. So this video is running long, and I apologize, but had more to say than I thought I did. Here's our fox ferns. My wife, she insisted on having a raised garden bed where she could grow flowers, and she wanted it right underneath the window, especially because our cat gets up in the windowsill and will look out. We were hoping we could attract some hummingbirds. Another close up of these flowers. Aren't they beautiful? And the fox ferns, look at this. They get these little, and they flower too. These little bitty flowers. Not focusing too well. There's one right in there. Yeah. Any last words? Did you have a good time out here? Okay, that's it, guys. See you next time on Marana Garden Life. Take care. Have a great week.